That assault me, and there'll be no charge on the phone 15 now. Which is why I'm taking. Also, notice how it's lower, it keeps getting. Why? All the resources on the phone are being used in the same way. It didn't lower the brightness in the screen. It didn't turn on bad and fading, it doesn't make any difference at all, by the way. As a matter of fact, that's the thing, because of their crimes and how the crimes are triggered by a criminal directly, turning on the battery saver makes the battery last. Because my understanding, that's why I don't try to think too much on this shit, because it's usually something dumb like this. They think that it's me saying I'm concerned about the battery, so then they do more of it. I can testify to you as a guy who tested it, and very meticulous and very observant, so that I know things that happen all the time and things that don't happen all the time. I can testify and I can guarantee to you, every time, not in every time, but in average, turning on the battery saver makes the battery last. Because I can speculate as to why, but I can testify that that's the case. As I said, it's probably because they think that they're in the clear to them with the battery, because I'm essentially admitting that the battery is kind of concerned about getting low. Make from there what sense you will. Okay. By the way, battery savers, they essentially deactivates a bunch of background activity to allow the phone to last longer, because a lot of the battery drain happens when you're not using the phone. So, in all intents and purposes, it should function better. It just functions worse. That's why I don't ever activate that. Also, you have some functions on the phone that are 15 now. Did I say 15 already? It's already on the red shiny thing on the screen. Okay? But also compare, right? Because I can feel right now that the battery is draining slower than it was before. And why is that? After all, again, different functions are being used the same. Now, it might be because they realized that it was filmed in screen recording that the battery was draining reliably 1% every 3 minutes, and that's too good for them. They need a phone with no battery at night. That's more than good. By night, it's going to be less than that. So, they're covered. And if they cannot stop me from functioning during the day, because so they think, by the time when I would start doing backups, I'll have to be dead charging the phone, there'll be all crimes happening, a lot of drug crimes as well, which is why I'm going to see the face of every single person from the moment coming in, the moment coming out. Notice every single person, not just the employees who are responsible for guaranteeing that that doesn't happen, but also the other individuals, and need far less than for the ones who think that masks will save them. Now, companies can provide the report of who they are. You can see the picture which one matches better, the height and the eyes and everything else. So the masks not keeping anyone safe, which is why I never bother once, and I actually find it kind of amusing. Again, the other options, they take the criminal responsibility themselves, and as I said, this is a utopian paradise as far as, equality, but only on the crimes that concern me, and only for now. Later on, you're going to see that what you see play more like we'd expect for a real country. So, yeah, maybe they're going to take criminal responsibility and do the time for the other ones, but I chance not. For the rest, so we're going to see that, and we're going to see the rest. It's not going to be public, mind you, because they can be used by criminals, potentially, I don't know. That's the battery saver again, kicking in. They think that what I say in this case makes a shred of difference in the end. So, yeah, another thing, criminals think that if I say now, for instance, that they can't use this and that, they have a blank free pass to do that because I said so, because, again, I'm having full power over all the things. So, as I said to you, take things that I say with an assault at certain times, so also do your own thinking, in general, At the end of the day, as I said, most of those things are so self-evident, they don't need the rest. And also, as I pointed, why I don't care for what they think, the explanations, the reasons, is something amusing, as I said. From there, this type of mentality gave us the whole, the First Amendment in the United States? Yeah, and how pretty much no matter what side of the political spectrum you are, you stand by it one way or another, and you verbally say you do. And there's hypocrites on both sides, and I'm back and forth, some good things. They thought, what is funny, and this is probably funny as well, I get that. If you find that it's nice to just publicly say the reason we're doing the thing is like the inverse of that. It's because we don't believe that, People are entitled to say things, particularly many of those things entirely political, that they would say back in the day. And so, you know what? Atrocities come, drug crimes, everything else. That justification they chose, and you go for that. Now again, I'm just saying, that was always crap, and I mentioned that before, that was always crap, that the reason is because they enjoy hurting you. But, or hurting me. But, I'm just saying that very clearly. Also another thing, this video is going on for 5 minutes? I don't think it is. Maybe it went a full hour. No. If you saw, the victorious again, and as I mentioned, these days,